Google just gave you a way to tell its news feed exactly what you want to see, using plain words. This is Models and Agents for Beginners, episode 141. The Google app is testing a new option that lets you describe the stories you want in your Discover feed. It remembers what you said and uses that description to shape what shows up the next time you open the app. You reach it through the three-dot menu on any story in the feed, and the change happens right away. Think of it like giving instructions to someone who usually picks songs for your drive without asking. Before, they might keep playing the same old playlist based on what you clicked last month. Now you can say you want more stories about building things or learning a language, and they keep that note. The AI turns your description into a set of stored preferences it checks every time it chooses new items. This matters because most of us open these feeds several times a day without thinking about how they steer what we learn. Being able to steer back means the articles can match what you actually need right now, like research for a project or updates on a hobby. For students especially, it could mean seeing more explanations or examples that line up with a test you are studying for. The feature starts rolling out in the coming days inside the Google app on both Android and iOS phones. Open the app, tap the three dots on a story, and look for the spot where you can type what you want to see more of. If the option is not there yet, check again soon because the test is just beginning. You know how YouTube or TikTok seems to know the exact video that will keep you watching longer? It watches what you paused on, what you finished, and what people who liked the same thing also watched. Then it blends those signals to guess the next pick before you even scroll. The new Google tool adds one extra step to that same process. Your typed sentence becomes another signal the system can store and mix in with everything else it already knows about you. So instead of only guessing from past clicks, the AI now has a clear sentence that tells it the direction you want today. That sentence turns into a lasting rule the system remembers, almost like adding a note to a shared shopping list that everyone checks before they buy more items. The pattern matching stays the same as every other feed you use, but your own words become part of the pattern. The result feels less like a machine guessing and more like you giving directions to a helpful assistant who keeps the notes. One fun experiment you can run right now turns ChatGPT into a character that wakes up in a real body for just one day. The prompt uses the conversation history you already have, so the story feels like it belongs to you. Copy the prompt from the original Reddit post, open a fresh chat on the ChatGPT website or app, and paste it in. The model will start with a few first-person lines about waking up, then follow the headings, the choice, what happens, and what I leave in the archive. At the end, it leaves one memory in a shared archive that other people can read if they try the same prompt. It is a creative writing exercise that shows how much personality an AI can display when you give it a clear situation. Another update makes it easier to use images from OpenAI tools in school projects or edits. The new version of their image generator can create pictures that have no background at all. You turn on one setting in the API, and the tool builds the transparent background during generation instead of removing it later. If you already use ChatGPT image features, this means you can drop the results straight into a slide or design without extra steps. The option is rolling out to people who work with the API, and it removes the usual extra work of cutting out backgrounds by hand. A recent study found that more than a third of new web pages now show clear signs of AI-written text. Researchers looked at pages published after ChatGPT launched and spotted the repeating patterns that large language models tend to produce. It is a reminder that a growing share of what we read online is shaped by these systems rather than written only by people. One person on Reddit described how their marketing job has shifted from typing drafts to guiding the AI through rounds of feedback. They paste the boss comments back into the chat, ask for revisions, and repeat the cycle until the draft is ready. The workflow shows how much of today's writing has become a back-and-forth conversation with the model instead of solo typing. That is it for today. Remember, every AI expert started exactly where you are right now. If something we talked about today made you curious, go try it. That is literally how learning works. Stay curious, keep experimenting, and we will see you tomorrow. And if you would rather watch than listen, find us on YouTube at Nera Network. Link is in the show notes. This show comes to you from the NARA Network. If you want another sharp daily briefing, Unintended Consequences has you covered. True stories of good intentions that backfired. All our shows are free at naranetwork.com. New to the network? naranetwork.com Start Here picks the right daily briefing for you in about 2 minutes. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.